Hello and welcome. We're here today with 15-year-old patient Julie and her mom Chris. They came all the way from sunny Texas here to Illinois on a 2-week journey to see if Drs. George Michaelopoulos and Dr. Matthew Imber here at Illinois Neuro and Physical Rehabilitation could help Julie with an illness that she was diagnosed with. So Chris, could you tell us a little bit about how you heard about our office?
Well, that was an exhaustive search. Basically, we didn't find answers at home, so I had to take to the computer myself. And I just came upon him in searching for treatment for her condition.
Okay, and would you mind telling us what your daughter's condition is, her diagnosis, and how long she's had this illness?
Okay, so initially she was diagnosed with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. But her symptoms went beyond that. She ended up hospitalized, and it was there we found out that she had dysautonomia.
Okay, and for people that really don't understand what that is, could you tell us what some of Julie's symptoms were?
Yes, they were quite debilitating. Okay, so I made a list because it was so extensive.
That's perfect.
She suffered from dizziness and vertigo. Vertigo is quite different from dizziness. Vertigo is a severe form of dizziness. Fatigue, brain fog. And when I say brain fog, I mean so thick that her processing was nil. She had trouble even formulating a sentence or sending a text message. Schoolwork was impossible. She had blurred vision, or vision that would come in, and she had a high heart rate, nausea every day, which made eating very difficult, cramping. She would have difficulty breathing, joint pain, high blood pressure that was unexplained. They just couldn't figure out why the high blood pressure. High body temperature, so she felt like essentially she had the flu every day. You know how bad your head feels when you have the flu. She had cold feet and hands. You couldn't warm them, and the coldness in her legs would actually start mid-shin and go all the way down.
Wow.
Headaches. She had weight loss because she just couldn't eat, and if she would go out in the heat, it would make her feel bad. So she was pretty much bedridden. She couldn't even sit up in her bed. It was very debilitating.
Okay, and before flying here to Illinois, what did the other doctors say that they could do for her condition?
Essentially nothing. We were told there wasn't a treatment or a cure, that this is just something you had to live with. And about the most they could offer were to wear compression tights. But because of the Ehlers-Danlos, she dislocates easy, so that wasn't an option for us because we couldn't get the tights on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Drink lots of water.
That was it.
That was it.
Okay.
And it didn't help.
Okay. And then, so now here at Illinois Neuro and Physical Rehab, Julie's treatment plan included her coming to therapy 2 times a day.
Yes.
For a total of 2 weeks, and you were at the end of your 2-week journey here. Okay, and what other treatment did Dr. Michaelopoulos and Dr. Imber prescribe for Julie?
Well, we're going to continue what we started here. So the treatment here, when she would come in, of course he did some extensive diagnosing on the first visit with a lot of reflex testing and eye movements, and then the therapy included oxygen therapy, use of a metronome, kind of retraining the brain through eye movements to activate that parasympathetic that just wasn't functioning for her.
Wow. And so being Julie's mom and her biggest fan, how do you think Julie's doing now on this roller coaster that you've been on since she's been diagnosed?
Okay, well, I will tell you, every day was a fear of going up the steps and finding, if she was laying flat in the morning, that was a bad sign. It was just going to be a bad day. And so after coming here, within the first week, she was sitting up most of the day, where it was quite reversed, where unless she had to go to the restroom or eat, she would never sit up. So in the first week, she was sitting up most of the day and would have to lay down occasionally within the day. And the second week, which we're in at the end of the second week, she sits up all day.
Awesome. And Julie, how do you feel? You feel pretty good?
Yes.
You do?
A lot better than I did. I still get dizzy within the day, but it's a lot less than I used to.
Uh-huh. But you enjoy sitting up now as opposed to laying down all the time. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts that you'd like to share with anybody that's going through the same illness that Julie's got? Because, anything you'd like to say to parents and people that are actually suffering from this disease?
Well, Julie was sick. It's been almost a year now that this occurred. And several months in and not getting help, you start to lose faith and confidence and hope. Julie and I had very tearful days. I would even battle depression, just feeling like there was no hope because it was doctor after doctor, blood test after blood test. They could tell you what you had, they couldn't tell you what to do about it.
So there weren't any answers.
No, and so it was very defeating and very, I just at times felt a heavy blanket of despair.
Mm-hmm. Well, we would like to thank you for allowing us to be part of Julie's progress, and we wish her nothing but continued success in her hopeful road to recovery. Have a very safe trip back to Texas, and we hope to see you at 100% next time.
Yeah, thank you.